It is time to design a Pinewood Derby car on VCar. We're going to be using your design sketch to work with the initial dimensions. Then you're going to open VCarve Pro, which is on your desktop. Create a new file. The file should have a width of 8, a height of 3.5, a thickness of 1.5. Should be single-sided. Z0 should be material surface, XY datum in the bottom left. We'll choose OK. That has just created the block of wood we're going to cut out of. Now it's time to draw the car. There are a lot of different tools we can use. The first one I'm going to use is the circle tool. Our wheels are approximately 1.2 inches in diameter, so I'm going to create one, and I'm going to create another. I don't actually need the wheels for the cutout, but I want to get an idea of how the car is going to look. If I click on it and then click on that line a second time, I can move it around. I could also make it bigger and smaller, but I don't want to do that. So I'll use Control-Z to go back to the original. So I'll just move these down to the bottom for now to get them out of the way. I have a lot of different tools I can choose from. I could draw a square. Control-Z to get rid of it. I can draw an oval. Oops. I can use the line tool to draw lines. Now it's important right here to notice how big my line is. Going back to my sketch, looks like my car is going to be 7 3/4 by 2 inches tall with a wave pattern on the top. So I want to know how long that line is. So if I get rid of that line, I can start a line here, and I can either guess at it, or up in this box here, I can put in a length of 7.75. There is my line, 7.75. Hit a space bar to stop that. Now, when I get out of this, again, I can click on that line and I can drag it to where I want. 7.75 is most of this piece, which is totally fine. I'm going to make a long car this time. Now, according to my design sketch, it was 2 inches tall. So I'll get my cursor there. And again, I could put in a length of 2. Oop. I went the wrong way. This is a pain to use. Oh, so it's giving me a length there. So I could do it that way. Like this, and it's showing me the length right there, 1.3, 1.75. It's 2 inches. Space bar to stop that. I wanted to do a wave pattern here, which would require a different tool. That's this tool here. Not sure I like that. Looks just kind of messy. I think I want to get rid of it. So if I hit escape, I just click on it, I can delete it. I think I needed something else to kind of follow this. I think maybe I need a line to follow. So I'm going to make an arc. I'm going to follow that arc using my wave pattern. I don't suggest you do a wave pattern. It's kind of a silly idea. But for some reason, I want to do it. Now, I have made this not exactly the same as my sketch. My sketch I initially said was going to be 2. This is taller than 2. That's okay. I don't actually care. If I wanted these waves perfect, I would probably draw 2 arcs, but I think I just want to go with this. I don't know why. Now the next step is to make sure that I have a complete hit escape to get out of that tool. To make sure I have a complete shape. So if I shift click, if I click each of these, they'll select separately. If I hold down the shift key, I can select more than one at once. I'll select the entire profile, and I'll select this tool here to join them. There were 3 open, now there's 1 closed vector. This is what is meant by a vector. A vector is 1 line with magnitude and direction, so this is 1 long vector. So we don't need this line anymore, and I'm going to delete it. Now that we have the overall shape of the car, I want to create some tool paths, how to cut it out. And I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, actually, that might be a bad idea because it's so skinny right there. I'm going to fix that. Apply, close. Now I can use this scissor tool to snip out the excess pieces. Now we should have 1 complete vector that's fixed. So the tool path is where the actual tool is going to cut. I'm going to switch to the tool path view. And in the tool paths, I'm going to choose a profile. Start depth is 0, cut depth is 1.55. If it's not already selected, we want the 1/4 upcut wood, the very first one. Choose OK. We do not need the advanced toolpath options. Get rid of that. The machine vectors are going to be the outside right. We're going to ramp the plunge moves, and we're going to add tabs to the toolpath. This is super important. Actually, first we select our toolpath, and that's the line that's going to get cut. The tabs should be 0.5 by 0.5. We're going to edit the tabs. Tabs are required so that when the wood is cut, it doesn't fly out, break the bit, destroy your piece. And then we'll put 2 tabs on either end, and we'll close. We can calculate this. Actually, yeah, we can calculate this. Well, let's name it Brodsky car profile. And it's giving us a warning that we're cutting all the way through the material, but that's okay. We want to. And here we are. We'll preview all our tool paths. And there we go. Looks like we've got everything cut out with tabs on either end. And those tabs will hold us into the wood. And that's what the car is going to look like. It's pretty silly, my car. Hopefully you guys will design something better. The next step will involve saving this file onto a USB to cut on the machine. But I'm going to do that with you so that I can check over your work.